On EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready? You ready? System mic. Check 52.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Returnable for Thomas. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check 26, check 26. Kill.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's get off the field,
On second down, Ingram. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, his 2nd sack of the night. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 71 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
We're ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
It ain't ready yet. I'm waiting for you to get through with them hamburgers.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jackson throwing again. This is intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Roberts has it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 44 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
65. 65. Yellow lady.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen.
It's our time. It's our time.
On second and 12, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And Gibbs got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now Breeze on third down. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Bree's going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go for it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on.
Throwing is Jackson. Roberts got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Check, ready. 70 ending. Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Bree's going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. A 10th carry for Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 18 data. Line 54. Here it comes.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Sheldon Rankins on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, being chased out left. Finds Roberts left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is Ingram. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On first down, Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Ingram again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and goal. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.